Hey, come here for a minute. Bring your whole messy self. We'll work with that. I have a question. Who decided you're behind? Seriously. Who made the schedule? Who sent the memo? Because apparently there is a very specific timeline we're all supposed to follow. And somehow, I never received it. You're supposed to have this figured out by this age. That by that age. You should have accomplished this. You should be further along. You should know what you're doing. And if you don't, congratulations. Apparently, you're late. Late for what? Nobody seems to know. Take a breath. Slowly in and out. Again. Good. Now think about how strange this actually is. We take millions of completely different human lives with different circumstances, opportunities, losses, advantages, responsibilities, choices, mistakes, dreams, and detours, and then compare them against the same imaginary timeline. That seems scientifically questionable. Take another breath. Maybe someone you went to school with bought a house. Someone else got married. Someone else changed careers. Someone else started a business. Someone else seemed to have their entire life beautifully organized and somehow owns matching storage containers. Suspicious. And your brain looks at all of that and says, see, we're behind. But behind whom? Their life isn't your finish line. Their timing isn't your deadline. Their chapter isn't evidence that you're doing yours wrong. Breathe. Let your shoulders drop. There's something I want you to notice. Sometimes I'm behind doesn't actually mean I know where I'm supposed to be going. Sometimes it means I thought I would be somewhere else by now. And those are very different things. Maybe you thought you'd have a different career, a different friendship, a different home, more money, more certainty, more confidence. Maybe you thought you'd feel different by now, and that can hurt. We don't have to pretend it doesn't. Take a slow breath. You're allowed to grieve the life that you thought you'd have without turning your current life into a failure. I'll say it again. You are allowed to grieve the life you thought you'd have without turning your current life into a failure. Okay, now here's the part where I lovingly annoy you. Your life is not late. It's happening right now. This weird, imperfect, occasionally expensive, sometimes beautiful thing you're living is your actual life, not the practice version, not the life you were supposed to have by 30, not the one you imagined before you knew what you know now. This one. So maybe instead of asking, why am I not further along? You could ask, where am I actually standing? Not where you think you should be. Not where somebody else is. Here. Today. Take another breath. Look around. Maybe you're doing better than you give yourself credit for. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're somewhere in between. That's okay. You don't need to turn this moment into a progress report. You don't need to manufacture a 5-year plan just because somebody else's life made you uncomfortable for 30 seconds. You are allowed to be exactly where you are while still wanting something different. Those things can exist together. You can want more without deciding that what you have is worthless. You can have dreams without making your current self earn the right to have them. One last breath. And if that little voice in your head starts whispering, you're behind, maybe ask it one question. According to whom? Because sometimes the timeline making you miserable was never real in the first place. Humans are weird. We invented clocks and then somehow convinced ourselves that we could measure a life. So today, take your time. Not because you're giving up. Not because you're falling behind. Because you were never racing anyone. You're just here, living, learning, changing, being a person, whether you're good at it or not. And honestly, nobody seems particularly good at it. We're all just making it up as we go. Take one last breath. You're not late. You're here. And for today, that's enough. I'll see you next Monday.